So welcome back to another episode of CCG Live. I have a sick guest with me today. She actually I met through a very good friend of mine. Ever since then we've meshed very well. We had great energy and she's a boss. She really is. And I'm gonna let her introduce herself. This is Gabbie Travali.
Yes.
And go ahead.
Yep, I'm Gabriella Travali, AKA Gabbie Travali, AKA Gavali, which is Gabriella Travali.
Where we're at right now as well.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I have 4 kids. I started my own business when I was 25. It's turning 12 in January. I expanded the past couple years. I had 3 locations and now I'm back to 1.
Let's start all the way from the beginning.
Okay.
Tell me how you came into becoming a hairstylist. Was it in the family, friends? What was it?
Yes, the family, but when I was I'll never forget this. I was in kindergarten. I was sitting and I was looking at my friend's hair. We were watching some Bible story on the TV.
Love that.
And I'm playing with her hair and she had highlights, but they were natural.
Okay.
And I was fascinated with it.
How old were you?
I was 5.
Oh, so you had
I was obsessed with the color of her hair.
And then you went home and played with your Barbie's hair.
Oh, I would always play with my Barbie's hair. I would cut my own hair. I would literally layer my own hair. I would do all these crazy hairstyles that are now coming out. The people are this is cool.
You were the test dummy.
I literally did that when I was 5 years old. But my friends, they make fun of me you're the only person we knew that they wanted to do hair when they were so little. But then my great grandfather owned a barbershop.
Oh, okay, wow.
That's not what made me want to do it. So I guess it was in the family somehow. But for instance, in 4th grade, I was a hairdresser for career day.
Oh, wow, okay.
I was, and then for 7th grade, my science fair project was the effects of hair color on hair.
Okay, so you always had a little thing for hairstyling. And
I was always creative, and I liked beauty.
That was your way of expression as well.
Yeah, I was always putting makeup on and doing my nails.
The beauty aspect.
Yeah.
And then, so now let's fast forward a little bit. What was then your first job? Was it in hairstyling or a salon?
No, my first job was at a bakery.
Wow.
And I don't even like sweets.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my second job was Forever 21.
Okay.
At the mall. Then I worked at Primo Pizza in Fairfield.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've been in Fairfield your whole life?
Yeah, but I grew up in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
But I went to school in Fairfield because I went to private school.
Yeah.
So I was always here. And my great grandfather's barbershop was the salon, Fairfield,
I know it, down the road, yeah.
Yeah, right next to the community theater. Mm-hmm. So we were always here, doing something, so.
And now you established yourself on the Post Road.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, it's funny, because I didn't know I wanted to own a salon. I actually wanted to be a famous hairdresser. I wanted to just work for movie
do the
sets and stuff
famous
like that.
people's hair. And
but I've done
private
Fashion Week. I've done Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week.
Wow, okay.
I've worked on sets. I've done a lot of different type of work. But being a single mother, I always found that the most consistent money was working in the salon with clients that I was building. Because sometimes the fun stuff isn't consistent.
It's not sustainable.
No, you're not gonna, you might not get a job for 6 months.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah, and then they could be it's Tuesday afternoon, hey, can you come to the city? I need you to be here in an hour.
Yeah,
and you gotta drop everything that you're doing.
And you have 4 kids.
Yeah, so I was I gotta make sure that I'm building a clientele. I need a base and
So this is actually a great segue into this. Tell me how Gavali Salon got started. What?
Oh God, it's crazy.
Tell me the story. Let's hear it.
So I was actually supposed to open a salon in 2012.
Okay.
I was at a salon in Sheldon.
Okay.
That was my second salon that I worked at, and I was just interested in doing something more, and I had a space, and it was on Reef Road.
In Fairfield.
Yep, and there was no salon suites in Connecticut at this time.
Really?
No. I had gone to a hair class and I was talking to one of the instructors and she rented a salon suite in Florida. She was telling me about it and I was like, you know what? I think I want to create salon suites in Connecticut. Okay? That's where Gavali Salon wasn't always Gavali Salon, it was Gavali's Beauty Suite.
Wow, okay.
So if you look back, and this is proof, my LLC is Gavali's Beauty Suite LLC from 2012.
Wow.
The plans never went through. It's a complicated story. Somebody very close to me at the time ratted me out to my boss and told him that I was gonna open a salon. And he pulled me into the room and he was like, listen, you can either leave right now or you can open a salon with me. And I was like, okay. I didn't have a choice. I had kids. I was single. I could not take a chance in risking like losing my job at that exact second. So I had to tell them like plans off, like, I'm sorry. I didn't go through
So you
with
were really backed into a corner.
Yeah, I was backed into a corner. And then I ended up waiting like a year. And then I was sitting down with one of my friends on New Year's Day. It was New Year's Day.
Wait, so what did you tell him? Tell him, no, I'll stay
I said,
working
I'll
for you?
stay. And I was thinking about opening a salon with him, but at the same time, like, it just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah, of course.
And then the Salon Suites in Fairfield opened up like a year, I think it was like a year and a half later. And I was like talking to my friend about it, and she's like, did you hear about the Salon Suites? And I was like, what? And I go, stop. I was like,
the knife.
Everything
like,
kind of just fell into place. But the thing that's funny is if I opened up where I was supposed to, it wouldn't even have lasted. The place is now an apartment complex.
Wait, so that's actually great. Then do you think that scenario, which at the time was like shitty, was kind of a good thing that happened to you?
This is like everything in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, you know, you're so like passionate and you feel so strongly about something and it doesn't work out and you get really emotional about it, and you don't realize that it's failing for a reason because something better is going to happen.
It's so fun. I read it this morning. It's failure creates success.
Yeah.
And that was maybe not a failure per se, but it was definitely an obstacle in your course that if you had opened it, you might have failed then.
Exactly.
But now it's led to this success.
But like also like, just like anything, every little thing that happens in life, in business, in relationships, it's all happening the way it's supposed to.
For a reason.
And like, we go through shitty things and we don't realize in that moment like why we're going through it. Or like, you can go through something and then it leads you to go somewhere that you weren't supposed to go to, and you can meet somebody that teaches you something so important and valuable for your life.
Do you know the red string theory?
I was just looking at that the other day.
That's crazy.
I saw like a little video that there, and it was
Do you
like,
believe in that?
I believe in a lot of things.
Yeah, you're very spiritual, I would say.
I am, but I think it's because of all the things that I've been through in life.
Okay,
and
it's all
like
lessons.
people that know me now, like really have no idea what I've been through. Sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm just climbing the steps and I don't want to look back all the time.
You're riding the waves.
I'm just riding the waves. But I'm very like appreciative of the things that I went through because it's made me so strong, and I can handle literally anything that gets thrown at me.
And that's the real success.
Yeah.
Yes, having an established salon in Fairfield, it's successful, but it's really how you kind of learn from all those curves that were thrown at you.
Exactly. And now I don't really get as upset.
Yeah, good save, good save.
I do get upset, but like I don't get as upset or emotional about something if it doesn't work out, because I know, like I'll tell myself, I'll just say it in my head, something better is coming. This happened for a reason, something better is coming. I go, you know what? If I thought that was great, there's something even greater that's coming. And it just, every single person.
Mindset.
But you have to be positive.
100%.
Because if you're not positive, you just,
I hate to say it, but
you
all, my cousins or my sister, manifestation.
It's
true.
true.
They really hone in on it, and it's become more of a thing.
Yeah.
But let's go back a little bit too.
That's for another episode.
I love that. That was deep. But tell me then, you waited that year, and then you were with your friend.
So I was with a friend. This was on January 1st.
And then what was it?
We were literally at Colony Pizza in Milford. I'll never forget it. There's just a few of us sitting there eating pizza. And she tells me about it. I was like, give me the information right now. She sends me, I literally made an appointment for like the next day. I went and I saw them.
You checked it out.
There was nobody there. I think there was one lady. There were 23 suites.
Okay.
There was one person there. I signed up. I literally moved in like 2 weeks later. I just made the plunge. I already had the LLC made. That was part of the steps in order to go through with it.
Building your book of business.
But I thought it was so crazy. Like I had Gavali's Beauty Suite LLC.
And it was live for that whole year.
And it's a salon suite.
Yeah.
I never shut it down because I was like, I don't want to shut it down.
Yeah.
You know, I want to keep it going because I know something's going to happen. I just don't know when.
Wow.
So it was already a salon suite name. And then it was Suite 101. And I told you my great-grandfather had he had the barbershop.
Yeah.
I opened literally like a week before it would have been his 101st birthday.
Wow. And we were talking about this earlier, how numbers are like very meaningful to you as well.
Oh yeah. really, really weird things happen with numbers to me all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's where Gavali kind of got established.
Yeah, so I started in a salon suite. Originally, I had one chair in there. At that time, the owners, like, you weren't allowed to like change the room too much. You can add things in, but you couldn't take things away. So like, I ended up adding in a second station. Okay. So there was 2 of us. But then I would like rotate people in. So I had 3 people working for me, but then they would like work a few days a week. You know what I mean? So I started it in there. There was a moment though, before that they came to work for me, I was by myself one day and I was always busy and I never wanted to say no. So I had like 5, 6 people at a time and I'm like, I'm answering the phone, sweeping, checking people out, doing the laundry, doing everything. I was so overwhelmed. Yeah. And I remember like at the end of the day, I like threw myself on the ground, I started crying. And I swear I said out loud, I was like, I need help. I need somebody to help me. And then this girl came and she came to work for me and I loved her at the time. We were really close. We don't talk now. We had a falling out. Okay. Nothing bad. If I saw her now, I would never have any bad blood with her. I also was such a different person back then. Okay. I didn't know how to be a business owner. I didn't know how to be a boss. I didn't know how to communicate properly with people. I would hold things in. I would get very passive aggressive.
You're jumping the gun on me. I was just gonna ask you, I love it. That's perfect. What was like the hardest thing, you know, getting into becoming an entrepreneur, becoming your own boss?
Thinking that I knew more than I did.
Oh wow, okay. Like, that was the hardest thing?
I think that was so hard. Like you go into it with this like, I'm a boss. I know everything, like blah, blah, blah. And you really just don't, you just get things thrown at you. You have no idea. Like when I moved from the salon suite to like the one on Black Rock Turnpike, the whole place was gutted, turned it into a salon, designed it, everything was great. I didn't have a washer and dryer for like the first 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
I was literally working 6 days a week with the 3 kids that I had.
God bless.
And my parents helped me out a lot watching them and stuff, but like, and I had a babysitter. Yeah. I didn't have like I was literally dragging giant bags of laundry with me. And I had like renters at the time at my apartment. I lived in an apartment. So you would bring
everything back home?
I would bring everything back home.
Wow.
I would get home at like 10, 11, sometimes 12 at night. I would do the laundry. I'd get yelled at by the apartment complex because you're not supposed to do laundry past 10, but I had to do it because it needed to be done by the morning. So I'm doing all this on top of the regular laundry and getting everything ready for the kids for the morning. I was so burnt out, but like I was so passionate about what I was doing that I didn't even care. And then like now I look back at those days and I'm like, I didn't even realize how hard it was. If I didn't have a washer and dryer now, I think I would probably just like, I'd be like, nah, I'm calling a laundry service. I'm not doing this myself.
You already went.
Never had a cleaning. I didn't have a cleaning service for years. I was on my hands and knees crying. Like I was so psychotic if there was like a fingerprint on the station or hair. That's
the grind though that, you know, a lot of people, especially even my age, like entrepreneurs that, especially in the generation we're in now, everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. And it's great that that mindset's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
But it's also, you know, people see the success and the beauty they don't see what you just talked about.
No.
Those struggles, those curves,
But people that come to work for me now have no idea that that's what I went through to be the person that I am today. To be able to be the boss, to delegate, to be able to help everybody.
You got to struggle
I had
first.
to go through, like some people be like, oh, well, you know, she's always asking me to do a shampoo or she's always asking me to, yes, because I did that by myself.
You were doing that times 10.
They have no idea, no idea what I did. Answering the phones by myself, sweeping by myself, checking clients out by myself, doing it all, doing all my social media marketing, all my website. I'm doing like all this stuff by myself.
You were teaching yourself?
Yeah. So like I could do anything, but now I know what I want to do, what I don't want to do. So now I'll be like, no, detail. You have to be about detail. Of course. Would you want to go to somebody that looks like shit to get your hair done?
Well, this is you were just telling this place is your baby, so you want to take care of it. It's like a fifth child.
I know exactly where every fingerprint is right now, just out of the corner of my eye.
I can see your eyes going up.
I'm like, oh my gosh, that towel's out of place.
Someone's gonna be in trouble tomorrow.
There's dust in the corner. So yeah, I mean, listen, I can't control everything. I do as best as I can without.
So that's actually a great, segue into the next question I have for you. You have how many employees under the salon, roughly?
Ooh, I think like 16, 17 now. At one point there was like 30.
Okay, let's start. Let's deal with 16 right now.
Okay.
how do you manage them?
I just do it.
I need a better answer than that.
All right. So like,
Wait, how do you manage them for real?
so now I have Rachel. She's one of my best friends. She started coming to. So she worked with me years ago. Actually, this is funny. I have 3 people that used to work for me that came back years later. So.
That says a lot, though.
But you know what it is? I'm not a bad person, but I had bad qualities in the way that I was like
Being
a boss, I guess.
Yeah, being an owner.
Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, you even said it yourself,
I was taking
though.
everything very personal.
Exactly.
I was like a micromanager, like to the point where I was like so passionate that like I would get really upset and I would flip out on somebody based off of something that would happen. Like I wasn't understanding.
You put your heart into it, which isn't a wrong thing, of course, but
No.
as you said earlier, you've learned to separate that.
Exactly.
Almost.
You have to, because like I didn't realize that I was losing people.
Okay.
And
You
I
start
lost
to get tunnel vision.
Yeah. And then I was like, I really have to fix myself and learn how to control my reactions and actions. And, you know, if I say something to somebody and I read people so well, like I can read people probably better than anybody I know.
Love that.
Because I have been around so many different people.
Of course, and I bet you meet so many different people.
I've changed myself so much over the years that like I know I'm like, okay, you gotta calm down. Like you're starting to act psycho again. Like I talk to myself in my head. But yeah, like I like fired my best friend.
Yeah.
We didn't talk for 6 years. You know how hard that was for me? But then I was like,
business.
They say don't mix business with friends, you know, whatever.
Yep.
So then when we talked again, like we decided she was gonna come back. Totally different situation.
You laid down
the law, the terms,
guidelines,
this and that. This, you know, you're going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this. We're going to work together. If it does not work out, I do not want to lose you as a friend.
Love it. Well, speaking of working with friends, I've known you for 2+ years now.
Yeah.
When I'm around you and your employees, which one of them is my best friend. Shout out Helena.
Yeah.
They look at you as the cool boss. Someone they look up to, someone that hang out with you, that want to have a good time with you, but also work.
Exactly.
Tell me how that relationship, you kind of keep that fair boundary that you were just talking about.
It's funny that we're talking about this. So back in the day, I think every single night that we worked, we would all go out together.
So when you're at work, you're a boss, Gabbie?
When I'm at work, and people that know me, when I'm at work, I am about work.
Yeah.
I do not like, I don't like bullshit. So like you come to work, you do your job, you do it right.
You still have fun.
You're professional.
You still have fun.
You can still have fun 100%. And joke around, but like I don't like games at work.
Yeah.
Like I know when to be professional and I know when to joke around and I know when to have fun and let loose.
Yeah, of course.
So there's a time and a place for everything.
100%.
And everything has to be done in moderation.
Beautiful.
Even hanging out with your employees. So like I love everybody and I'll hang out with them every once in a while, but I don't hang out with them every day.
Yeah.
And I
there's
also
there's
know.
a fine line.
Yeah, like I'll be like, you know what, you guys do that, whatever. Like I don't get upset if they don't invite me places.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like,
you're their boss.
Nobody wants to hang out with
Of
me.
course.
And I'm like, they're not just your friends. You get your work friends, but you're also like, kind of like family at the same time.
Of course. It's the culture you've established here as well.
Like me and Helena though, like I love Helena.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've gone to Italy together.
Yeah, I know.
We've gone to Miami together. Like, we get along well, but we're both very neutral people. And she comes to work,
you guys get along.
When she comes to work,
you guys
she's
both
like
are
me.
a great duo.
Exactly, but she knows when and not.
To mess around.
Very professional.
Yeah.
So I would have to say like almost all the girls that work with me are very professional.
That's
if
tough.
they're not,
16 ladies in one place.
I can't keep people long if they're not on. And then anybody can come here and work. They could be the best stylist ever, but if they're not fitting in with the vibe and the culture, and if they're if I'm in a position,
if there's drama,
yeah, we don't like drama.
You don't want that.
If I'm at work and I can't communicate with somebody, I know that they're not a good fit. Like, you ever get that feeling?
Because you can communicate with anyone.
I can communicate with anybody. If I get like that feeling where I don't feel like I can speak what's on my mind, then they're not for me. Like I need to be able to be like, listen, I love you, but what did you just do?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that ever again. Life is too short. I give people time off. I let them change their schedule around.
You know the life that this is, because honestly, yes, you are an entrepreneur. Yes, you are the owner. But all the stylists and you know, ladies that you have working here are entrepreneurs themselves. They bring in, you know, their clients.
Yeah.
And they're working for themselves as well, but you're managing them. You really are showing them the ropes of the countless years of experience you've had.
Yeah.
Which also, you know, you were successful and you grew to 3 locations at once.
Yep.
Talk to me about that. Where do you even start by taking that bridge of going from 1 to 2, let alone 3?
All right, so it was actually kind of complicated. So when I was on Black Rock Turnpike, so I went from the salon suite to the main salon. And then a couple years in, I was renting a salon suite in New York. So I was on Mondays only.
Okay.
So I was working in the city on Mondays and then had the salon on Black Rock Turnpike. And then I was opening here. And COVID happened a week later.
Oh, wow.
We opened here and COVID happened literally a week later.
So with Gavali being in business for 12 years now, how have you seen the business kind of evolve over those 12 years, or the, you know, business shift? Because there's always trends and especially in this market.
I would say I think that we're more consistent now. I think that in the past I had so many people coming in. I was just giving people away to anybody, and like there was a lot of new girls that would just mess things up. And like now I'm a little bit more cautious on who I pick and choose. Like I'll know like which I like place like stylists with clients all the time now.
It's like matchmaking.
Because now it is like matchmaking, but I think that's part of like reading people and having the experience and like knowing like, okay, this one, this personality and what she's good at, like yada, yada, yada.
Well, they're paying good money and they're in a seat for how long? 3-4 hours minimum?
But listen, also reviews. I can't freaking stand reviews, but I also think that they do help. If I get a review and it's a little negative, it kind of kicks my ass to be like on everybody's ass about stuff. And it really
fires you back up.
Especially if they name
But
drop.
also pivots you to do better.
When I was going through the breast cancer thing, I was giving up on the business because I was so stressed out. I was also in the middle. I just got divorced, just found this out. My head wasn't in the game.
Of course.
I'm sitting down one day and I get this review. And I was so upset. The woman was like, I've been going to the salon for years and they've gone downhill. The light in the heat lamp is out. They didn't ask me if I wanted coffee, tea, or water. I was like, whoa. I literally went online. I ordered a whole new freaking thing. I went nuts. I called the painter. I need you to come in. All the little things that I had that I was pushing to the side, I was like,
let's get it
done. I can't do this anymore.
So that one bad review, fired you back. So that step back, that's... You know,
but it happened.
Yeah.
And anything in life.
And you know, that was a big saying of mine. You know, a setback's going to create a comeback. Yeah. And that was your comeback. You know, you were dealing with a lot personally. You were dealing, you know, you found out you had cancer, breast cancer. And, you know, the business was a little bit on a down slope. And you were like, I'm ready to come back into this. Put me in, coach.
Yeah. I mean, I also had one of my other best friends was working here. And also we had a falling out. And she ended up leaving. And it was right before I found out, and everything kind of like crashed on me all at once. So that was hard. And then like I had another surgery. I had my 6th surgery in the past 3 years. In February, and I had 3 girls quit over text message literally the next day, and it was rough. And it was
what do you do in those scenarios?
So, I mean, I always mentally prepare myself for stuff like this because I'm like, okay, well, what happens if everybody just gets up and leaves?
Because it's a possibility.
It's always a possibility.
Of course.
But I didn't look at it as a negative thing. I cried and I was really upset in the moment. And then I said,
it's a restructure.
That's it. I got my ass up. Even though I was like a little handicapped. And I came in here. I ordered brand new chairs. I ordered new curtains. I got new hardware for the station. I literally revamped the whole salon in 3 days.
You brought it back to life?
In 3 days. I said, everybody, we're working across the street. I called the plumber, I called the painter, and I literally...
So that one bad review fired you up.
Yep.
And
the people leaving
you've been back ever since.
Me in the ass to say, you know what? They want to leave, that's fine.
I want to make this place better.
Yeah. And I said, we're gonna take what we have and we're gonna glow up.
And you did.
And we did. And you know what? Sometimes blessings happen in disguise, and it was a blessing in disguise for me. I wish them well.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong. regardless of what happens.
And that's a big thing though. When you're down and you think nothing's going your way,
Yeah.
those are the times where you kind of need to look up and see what path's open for you to take now.
But they have to do their thing too.
Of course.
Like I quit my job and I did it. You know what I mean? I did it a little
If
bit
you
more.
never
I did
quit-
it a little more respectfully.
Of course, but if you never quit when you were working as a stylist at that guy's salon,
I
you
would
would have never been this.
No way. But you know what? Don't burn bridges. That's one thing I've learned. And if anybody's coming here for an interview and I ask them questions and they're like, what do you think I should do? I say, I think you should be honest with them. I think you should give 2-week notice, whether they're going to give it to you or not. And I think that you should be respectful because you never want to burn a bridge. You don't know what's going to happen. If something doesn't work out for you, you need something to fall back on.
What do you think the hardest thing, being your own boss or being an entrepreneur,
The hardest thing?
getting started, dealing with when you're down?
Being able to mentally handle everything that gets thrown your way, because it's a lot, whether it's financially or emotionally, physically. You know, I've had so many surgeries in the past couple years.
What helps?
Having a good mindset, being like mentally strong is going to be the most important, because then if you're mentally strong, then that helps you get out of bed in the morning to go to the gym. That gets you like out of your depressive state. It keeps you positive. Like, yeah, like it is not for the weak.
Definitely not. And that's one thing, people that are trying to make it themselves to start their business, go for it, but know that it's all not that pretty at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's not always pretty.
It's like going out, you go try out for a sport. If you think you like basketball, you want to go play basketball, you try out, you don't make the team.
You gotta go back and work
You're either
harder.
gonna go and
Train
practice
harder.
and train, and you gotta work hard for what you want. If you give up easily, then it's not for you. If you're the type of person that just says, oh, well, this didn't work out, so I'm just gonna go try this instead. I don't give up easy. I've never been the type.
Can't.
There's this tattoo on my arm. It says, Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. It's a movie. I watched it maybe 5 million times since I was a little kid. It's about like a girl who dies horses, but it's not just a girl who dies horses. It's a girl who didn't have it easy, and she never gave up on herself or her dreams. And she fought really hard to get to where she wanted to be. And she didn't let anybody stop her.
That was you.
But that's where I get it from. And in the movie, they say, like, if you
So
want
that
something
was
bad
an
enough,
inspiration
anything
for
is
you.
possible. Absolutely. That movie has inspired me in every little aspect of my life.
What inspires you every day then to wake up and deal with all this BS?
I don't like to give up. And
You like competing with yourself?
not even necessarily. I just like, I feel like there's days when I want to give up. I'm like, I want to throw in the towel. But then
But what doesn't make you give up? Because there's gonna be times where you want to give up, but you don't.
I want to see where this journey takes me. I think that if I give up, then I would be failing myself and everyone around me.
Because a lot of people are relying on you.
Oh, I have a lot of people relying on me. I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot of weight on my shoulders, for sure. But
You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, I do.
You enjoy it though.
I do enjoy it. But like I said, I'm at a point in my life where, do I love doing hair? Absolutely. I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about the business. But I'm not.
There is that.
I'm itching for something more. And I think for me, I just cut my schedule down from like Monday through Saturday to Monday to Friday, and now I'm just doing Monday to Thursday. My reason for this is if I work too much and I burn myself out, then I'm really not going to be able to perform the way that
Your business starts to go down.
Yeah, because if you're just doing it to do it and you're miserable, which
not gonna go
happens to
anywhere.
a lot of people, you start screwing things up. You're not happy. You're not performing it.
Morale
well.
goes down.
Yeah,
Performance
it's
goes
like
down.
it's like not going to bed at night and working out for hours the next day. You're going to be drained emotionally and physically and mentally. And I don't want to be like that. I started to feel like that. When I came back after having Stella, I was so tired.
You gotta
I
take a
was
step
burnt
back.
out. So I said, you know what? If I work less, I will do a better job on the clients that I have, and I will be more present at home. And
But you're working harder though, because you're taking that time to
so even though I'm not
build yourself up.
exactly, even though I'm not physically here, I'm just in a better like mental state. And I think that is so important. But I also will have more time for myself to better myself, to, you know, focus on me, which I never really did before. Like it was always, people might have thought that I was all about me, but I was always such a giving person. I was doing everything for other people.
They don't see the back end of it.
No, like I was trying to prove to like the world that I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. Now I know I could do it.
So now you're
now
proving
I'm
it to
like,
yourself.
If I'm capable of doing all of this, and
I'm unstoppable.
high school dropout, which everybody gave me shit for, I want to know what else I'm capable of doing.
I love that.
You know what I mean? If I could do what I do now, alone,
What can I
single
do?
mom, 4 kids, pay child support,
God bless.
I want to know what else I could do.
Unstoppable.
And I think that I know it's something bigger, and that's why I'm looking for my higher purpose, because I know I have a higher purpose.
So that leads me to this. Knowing what you know now, building up to 3 salons, going back to 1, everything you've been through, the good, the bad, what's one piece of advice you would give yourself from the first day you started, when you were sitting at Quattro Pazzi, or someone that wants to get into this business as an entrepreneur in the fashion, health, wellness world? What's one piece of advice would you give yourself?
Be careful what you wish for, because not everything is what it seems. I had fought for everything that I thought I wanted. I got the houses, the cars, the ring, the gems, everything.
Yeah.
I got everything that I wanted.
You got that
Vacations,
lifestyle.
the lifestyle, everything. It's not everything in life.
There's the meaning that you need to get to.
You know, sometimes you give things up to get to where you want to be, but you forget that you're like losing out. It's like that movie Click. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, with Adam Sandler.
You don't realize all the little things that you're missing by
Fast forward.
literally you're like super focused on one thing,
Sometimes you just gotta press pause.
but that's part of the whole not working as much and making sure that I have a happy like work-life balance,
Slow down the light.
family balance,
Yeah.
friendship. People are always like, how can you travel all the time? How can you go out? How can you do this? Because I have a very good work-life balance, which I never had before. I was a workaholic. So I think balance is something that I wish that I had, but I also wouldn't appreciate it as much now.
If you didn't go through all
I didn't
that.
go through all of that. But I know I can do it. It's not going to be easy, but I know I can do it. Because if I was able to I opened the salon off credit card because I couldn't get a loan.
So you started from the bottom, you really rebuilt it
I
up.
borrowed money from someone, I gave it back, and then I opened everything up with credit cards.
And now you're success.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you, Miss Gabbie. This was amazing.
Thank you.
I really want to commend you on everything you've built out. You have a
you.
great group of people working under you. You have a great establishment, and you know, truly an entrepreneur that's come up through the struggles and showed what it really takes.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak.
No.
And you really resemble that, and you've gotten to that point where you should definitely be proud of what you've built.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you for hopping on with us.
Of course.
And we will see you next week.
Ciao.